Well, it is Wednesday, November 18th. This is your CRC weekly update. Chip Sauer, one of the pastors here at Community Reformed Church. Thank you for taking a few minutes to watch this video. There is some really important information because we are changing things as a result of the recent health order. So just really encourage you to take a little time today and continue watching this video. So, as a result of the health order, we are changing our plans. Wednesday night tonight, the final night of Wednesday nights, is going to be canceled. There's going to be no dinner and no classes taking place. My class, however, will be available online. So if you want to participate in that final Following Jesus in Anxious Times class, you can access that by going to the Facebook page tonight at 6 o'clock and watch that video. The class will last about 45 minutes. So nothing taking place here this Wednesday. And in addition, we are going to move to only online worship service on Sunday. That will be at 9 o'clock. We are postponing the 10 a.m. in-person service for the next 3 weeks. Our primary rationale is we think this short-term cost provides the opportunity for long-term gain. With what's going on with COVID and the alarming way that those cases are rising and the spread seems to be growing, that we think it's helpful to participate in the pause that the Michigan is encouraging us to do through the health order. So we are going to pause, and we are pausing in hopes that that short-term cost is going to enable us to be able to meet in person soon, participate hopefully in person with Christmas Eve services. We hope that our part is also going to add to the slow or hopefully the stop at some point of the spread and the increasing in cases. So that's why we're choosing to go to online only for this Sunday. In addition to that, and it's this Sunday and for the next 2 weeks. So for the next 3 weeks, it will be online only. So in addition to that, this Sunday is communion, and so online only. Encourage you to have communion elements ready as we have a chance to commune together in this unique way and celebrate the sacrament of communion. I'm also going to be concluding the series on James. So the text is going to be James chapter 5, verses 12 through 20. So if you want to read ahead, that is the conclusion of James. And then we'll step into Advent starting a week from this Sunday. In addition to that, we've just gone live on our webpage, communityreform.net, www.communityreform.net, with a link to the accountable leadership information. So if you go to our page, you'll see that link. You can click on that link. And we're hoping that at our congregational meeting in January, we can approve this transition to the accountable leadership model. And so we want to help you have an informed opinion about that. So those videos and documents that you'll find at our webpage, just really encourage you to take a look at that. This is a good time to be asking questions. So with anyone on consistory or myself, don't hesitate to reach out as you're reading through that and wondering about some of that. I encourage you to reach out so that we can prepare for that vote in January at our congregational meeting. We also have the shelter open at this point and people participating. We are really in need of male volunteers, and I know it's really a unique circumstance with the COVID thing to be asking for volunteers, but for the shelter to be able to do what they do, they need volunteers. So if you are a male over 18 or over and interested in being a part of that, maybe it's once a month, maybe it's twice a month, just encourage you to reach out to Kim Baker. If you need that contact information, let me know. Also, the Community Christmas Project is continuing to take place. It's not going to be an in-person handout type of thing. It's going to be more of a takeout type of a plan. But they are still in need or looking for new socks and packaged cookies. And so if you're interested in participating in that at this point with all that's going on with COVID, you just need to contact us here at the church to set up a time to be able to turn those in, because we're not going to be open or have the doors opened. We just really need you to set up an appointment to be able to drop that stuff off. So contact the church office or any of the staff who are there, and they'll be able to help receive those items if you want to give those things. In addition to that, just encourage you, if you've been nominated as elder or deacon, if you've not yet responded to me, please do so as soon as possible. You can do that via email or text. And then also one other piece I wanted to make you aware of is we're in the process of discerning about participating with a program called Kids Hope. And it's hard to think about doing all of this in the midst of COVID, but I want to encourage you to be thinking about this, because we're looking for a person to, in some ways, be our point person for this. Kids Hope is an organization that partners with churches and helps churches to partner with elementary schools and set up relationships between adults within the church and kids at the school. And it's not a tutoring program, it's more of a mentoring program. The school kind of finds students who could use a mentor, could use some additional adult support, and then during the school day, that student gets some time to be able to spend with their mentor. And so Kids Hope kind of helps organize all of that. But the next step for us, moving forward with that possibility, is finding somebody to kind of be that point person to help us kind of move forward with developing that relationship with the school, which in many ways is already there, but also finding some volunteers. And it really lines up well with, in some ways, some of the direction we're headed as a church, and really trying to work on relationships between generations. This is one way that we can help to address that within our community. And it's a way to care about kids and to come alongside those students. And so if that stirs some stuff up for you, if you want to talk further about that, please let me know. But that is something that we're really interested in participating in, but we need that key person to help lead the charge. So let me know if you're interested. Well, I know that this week's probably not been a great week in terms of the news with the health order and shutting things down and, changes again taking place, anxiety again rising. Just encourage you to continue to remember that God's with you in the midst of all that's taking place, and so are we. And even though it's harder for us to connect because we're not seeing each other face to face, I know many of you are probably very sick of seeing my face on a screen. I am too. But it is what it is. And it's part of maybe that work that we talked about last week of being patient in the midst of adversity and really keeping our eyes focused on the big picture, and most importantly on the one who loves us, keeping our eyes focused on him. So I want to encourage you in that. Please, if there's needs that you have, if there's questions going on in your head, please don't hesitate to reach out. And let's all work to stay connected, even in this unique circumstance, and doing what we can to be connected, even though it's not what many of us would want. So good to have you with me on this video. I wish I could see your face, but continue to pray, and we're continuing to pray for you. Have a great week.